Hey, what's up guys, Brad here. So today we have Blair Flannigan finally in Duel Links. Now, she is a roaming event, she's not unlockable, which is a bit of a shame, we knew that going into it. But still, you're going to want to farm Blair. I think you are, because she has a ton of anime exclusive cards as her rewards. And this would mean that her unlock event might not repeat these cards. These cards won't be in her level up rewards or her starter deck. She might have completely different things in those decks. So you want to take advantage of this event as much as possible, get these cards, because even though they won't see competitive play by themselves, they are a nice little cheesy deck, cheesy meme deck, so might be a fun time on the ladder or in an event in the future or something. But let's take a look at her new cards and then go through how to farm her. So if you want to skip to that part, timestamp down below, you can go look at the farm decks, and yeah, let's dive right in. So first up, we're getting Maiden in Love. This is her boss monster. It can't be destroyed by battle when it's in attack mode, so it's very similar to the Cloudians. After damage calc, if this card is attacked, you place one Maiden counter on the monster to attack this card, so kind of like Aliens, and then she has a ton of support cards that work with those counters. So first up, we have Cupid's Kiss, and Equip spell card. At the end of the damage step, if the equip monster you control attacked opponent's monster with a Maiden counter on it, and you took battle damage, you then take control of the opponent's monster. So this works differently to how I thought it would. You do need to take damage, which is a bit of a shame. You can't then set up the whole Astral Barrier, Spirit Barrier combo. You can't do that to work with this card, but it's still pretty cool for the deck. The deck doesn't do much plays at all, really. I think we're getting every single one, or nearly every single one, of the Maiden in Love archetype in this event. So again, the reason why I want to go into this event is because when this event comes around again, they might do something completely different, do a completely different set of anime cards, and then you have to wait for a long time until her gate event for you to actually get these cards. So Cupid's Kiss, a very cool combo card. To go with that as well, we have Happy Marriage. The equipped monster gains attack equal to the combined original attack of all monsters you control that are owned by your opponent, which again reads differently to how the leaked one did. So essentially, if you control, say, a Maiden in Love, and you have two of your opponent's monsters, then your Maiden in Love could get pretty big. Or you could equip this to one of your monsters you took control of your opponents, and then you would be able to boost up even higher. So as I gave an example in my Elite video, if you took a Blue Eyes White Dragon and you equip this card to it, it would just be 6,000. So like that's ridiculous by itself. So I can see some pretty cool cheesy plays coming with this card, and again, it might be pretty fun to play around with, so maybe if we can pull enough copies, we'll do a video on it. Then to round up the Maiden cards, we have Defense Maiden, a continuous trap card. When opponent's monster declares an attack on a monster you control, you can target one Maiden in Love you control, switch the attack target to that card. Now, that's insane because it's not on once per turn, so you can have a very important monster on your field and just a Maiden in Love, and just keep Maiden in Love being attacked into. Keep putting counters on the monster. If you have something to reduce damage, that's even better. Then you save a monster on your board. This, I think, honestly, is going to see play in some farming decks. I feel like this Maiden in Love deck might be a good farming deck for the future, so you might want to get it just because there is that potential to be pretty good in the future. Then we have Herald of Green Light, which I didn't think was that good before, but it might be pretty good. During either player's turn when your opponent activates a spell card, you can send this card of one fairy from your hand to the graveyard to negate the activation if you do destroy it, so it's a negation, it's fine. Obviously 2 cards for 1 might not be the best ratio, but still, it's okay. And then we're getting Genis Light Swan Mender, which Blair does use a lot of Light Swans in her deck, and we can get the majority of her cards, or some of the better cards honestly, via mission lists, so honestly, that's pretty good. Now, Blair by herself is pretty easy to farm, honestly. There's only really 2 things you need to watch out for. The first one being Raikou. If she sets it and you manage to survive a turn, if she flips it, she can pop one of your cards. If not, it's Celestia, and she'll only really get Celestia out if she manages to mill Light Swan Wolf to the graveyard, get its effect off, and then summon it, and then hope she has it in her hand, tribute it to some Celestia, and then pop some cards, and that will kind of ruin your Yubel combo. But we're using Yubel, of course, because that is the easiest thing to go into, and in general just provides the most versatility for if she does destroy one of your cards, then you can very easily get another Yubel form out and still have some chance of winning the duel. So as always with the Yubel deck, it's very simple. You run multiple copies of himself, you want to save enough 3 monsters, 3 big monsters to summon that Montage Dragon on your final turn. You have Sangan for deck thinning, you have Yaksha, and you have the Nepthes engine, just so you can pop monsters in your hand to pop the Yubel. Obviously, but what I recommend doing honestly is saving the Nepthes cards or the Yakshas for as long as possible. Like, make sure you aren't just summoning these guys for no reason, because just in case she does get Celestia out on the field, then you have another option to go into another Yubel. Like, if as soon as you know Celestia's in the graveyard, you're pretty much set, I believe. I think she has a way to bring it back, but she's only used that to me once, and after that I was able to pop it with Yubel Terra Incarnate, so honestly, it wasn't too bad. Now, our final turn play is very simple. Again, you summon out your Montage Dragon, you then play Xian's Spire to give your Montage Dragon to your opponent, and then you play Exile of the Wicked to pop your Yubel, summon out Ultimate Nightmare, attack into it, deal some damage, and that should give you between 7 and 8k score, depending on how many Glossies and Prismatics you have in your deck. So, it's not an 8k guaranteed, but it's a 7k nearly every single time. So, yeah, if you have an XP booster, you know, the plus 1000 score bonus, that's going to be an instant 8k. So, again, Yubel has proven itself to be a very, very good farm deck, but the Maiden Love deck might be a pretty good farm deck in the future, so you might want to farm her to get another farm deck for the future, a very free-to-play farm deck. That might be pretty cool. So, yeah, enjoy the replays, and see you all in the next Duel Links video, which will hopefully be tomorrow, if I can get one recorded. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.
りあなたの話し方今も体中に愛のかけらが残る